Welcome back, everybody. It's time for some WePlay Dota 2 action. We finished our Chinese Dota for today. We're moving on to some WePlay Dota 2, and we've got ourselves a pretty cool matchup to start things off. We're done with Group A. We're done with Group B. We can quickly recap what went on in those two groups. Group A was where Kaipi, they kind of dominated, so to speak, only dropping one game. As for Group B, that was Team Empire stealing the show. They went 7-1, similar to how Kaipi did in Group A, and well, we'll see what's going to happen here. We're going to move ourselves into Group C.
Well, before that happens, not to forget that in Group A, we also had the Mouse Quantic Flipside moving on. And then Group B, I think it was...
Have we got Group A and B to show to our fantastic viewers who are tuned in?
Yeah,
waiting patiently.
Two teams moves on from each group, so...
Yep.
Group A was Mouse and Mouse Quantic Flipside and the Kaipi.
Yep.
Group B was...
Empire
and...
EG.
EG, yes. Although, actually, I was like, who's Group B moving on? We never saw the epic conclusion of that group.
The EG versus 4FC game.
Yeah, that they were riding on the line, man.
They got through it, is the gist of it. I think they actually won that series 2-0 in the end, but looks like we're struggling. We don't have Group A and B.
Okay, well...
Group C.
Group C. Alliance Team Liquid, Solid State Drive, Revenge, the Retry. This is a very, very tough one.
It is. You've got your two big names in Alliance and Team Liquid, but then you have SSD, Super Strong Dinosaurs, which is a team comprised of Come With Me, Bambo, Snaking, Minis playing as a stand-in, and then finally Arise, formerly of Kaipi. So they've got a really stacked roster. This is actually like a legit team. And then you have the Retry.
The Retry has a stacked roster too.
Yeah, PGG, Arsat, Aizen, and I think Blow Your Brain. So those two rosters on paper are going to be strong contested, but Team Liquid and Alliance, both big names. Liquid, sure, they've only just announced their roster today, but they've been training with these five for some time.
But here's the issue. Like, when you have a new lineup like Team Liquid, a lot of people look at the lineup and be like, oh my god, this is an amazing lineup, they will do quite well. And then you look at Team Dignitas, look at Team EG, and they have good lineups too, but they aren't as convincing as they have been. So I'm not even sure whether you could be too confident Team Liquid. You know Alliance is moving on, and I think second place is wide open for this group.
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough contest, and this is like two teams who, in theory, are fighting over that second place spot. To me, Super Strong Dinosaurs, it looks they've been scrimming a lot. They've been playing against teams like Kaipi. I think you were saying that Envy was basically saying this team's like they're decent.
I didn't say nothing about that.
You didn't?
No.
Someone was telling me that.
Okay.
Maybe
well.
I'm quoting someone else then. Envy has scrimmed against his team. Will Blitz actually was a standard for Super Strong Dinosaurs for a scrim one morning, as they don't currently have a fifth. So he was, well, it looks like Mini's playing as their stand at the moment, but Blitz was playing as a stand-in the other day in a scrim against Kaipi, and he seemed to think they were pretty decent as well. So, well, let's see how they do here. They're going to grab themselves a Naga Siren Lifestealer first two picks, and also go into that Mirana, so we get to see that Kaipi-esque Naga Siren Mirana duo.
Yeah, this is a lane that we've seen a lot of teams have been picking up, and the cool thing about this lane is, all things considered, you could throw this lane on safe lane. It'll be fine Mirana, fine carry once you have enough farm. But more powerfully, on the off lane, it's very, very tough to get the kill on this lane, and against some very, very greedy supports, you could actually get a lane. You could get a kill on the off lane, which is fairly non-existent in the current metagame. Generally, you say, hey, if we run an offensive trialing, either we're dedicating 3 heroes or we're dedicating 1. Mirana, Naga, 2 heroes on that lane is enough to get a kill.
Yep. Well, they'll. Do we look towards the support Mirana, or do you think this is going to be your straight up trial? Like, do you think this is your trialing here with the support Mirana, or is this going to be some kind of a solo lifestealer coming out?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a lifestealer on the safe lane, your Mirana as well as Naga going on the offensive,
okay,
with Mirana farming. Unless SSD's got something up their sleeves. I don't really. I mean, I've seen these players before. It's actually Bambo, Snaking, and Come With Me, and Mini obviously. But with their new kind of roster, I don't know who plays what. Obviously, all of these players are very versatile. Sexy Bambo used to be a mid player before he kind of made his big splash into the competitive scene, and he's playing offlane. I'm not sure whether he's still playing offlane now. We'll see.
Yeah, as for Snaking, known for his solo mid-play back with Dignitas. Come With Me. He's sort of made a name for himself over the last few months as a support player, but he used to play some solo lineup as well.
He made a name for himself among other names, as well as when playing from Kaipi.
Well, Mini, well, I guess, more likely to be one of the support players for this. Almost, I'd say definitely the support
Mini is
player.
a legit support player.
Yeah.
I could say that.
Yeah, it's just, I guess, a question of who's going to be on handling that other support role. But Liquid for the time being, I'm excited to see Liquid play. It's been a long, long time. I feel the Dota 2 scene's been missing Liquid. Like the North American League, the MLG one, hasn't had them competing, and finally they're back. They've got themselves a roster, and we'll see what they can put together here with Quickva as well as Way Too Sexy joining the team. And it's been a while. I've missed myself some fluff and stuff, Dota.
So I think Boba is now moving back to the solo mid position, a position that he played for EG. Koifa is going to be your off lane, and obviously Fluff and stuff, and Way Too Sexy is going to be your kind of your support duo. I have to say, I always thought Boba was the mid player. I know they had Korok, and Korok was playing mid a lot of time, and I was expecting a lot of the swap from Korok as well as Boba. Very similar to the way that LG China swapped with Yao and Xiao 8. I felt like there's a interesting dichotomy and a similarity between the two players, but we never saw Boba going mid, and I thought that was a kind of a waste because I think he's a really good mid player.
All right, well we'll get to see it now, at least for some time. And Quickva, as far as playing the offlane go, he's, I don't know, a bit of a genius at times. He plays that role so well. Well, Liquid for now, they've grabbed themselves a balloon with this fourth pick, so going fairly safe early on here. This pretty much rounds off their trial in here. I think they know they have to have a strong trial when they're potentially going to be going up against a Naga, Mirana, Vengeful Spirit offensive trialing. So having a ranged farmer as well as one that, not the, I guess the best at early levels, but you can provide the damage aura for the two ranged supports. So in a sort of 3v3 clash, you actually do have a bit of firepower for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I think the lanes look pretty good for Team Liquid, especially against that off lane consisting of Mirana, Naga, and Vengeful Spirit. At the same time, if you look at what SSD's dual lane, or trialing, excuse me, offensively on the early game, they have access into a ton of minus armor. You get Vengeful Terror at 2, as well as Riptide at 1, and suddenly you land a stun, they're probably dead with the minus armor on top. Bane, Visage, and Luna aren't exactly the most survival trio early on. More importantly, in the mid game, I feel like SSC's lineup is just so scary to go against. Like, mid game, you're farming, you don't know if you're getting swapped into a gank, you don't know if you're getting Moonlight Shadow, you don't know if you're getting Mirana arrowed. I feel like unless you have BKB, and I guess Luna will have it, where can you safely farm? And you can't actually safely farm by yourself. Not against this lineup.
Yeah, this is where Quickva's going to be very careful with this Nature's Prophet split pushing, and if there's multiple heroes missing on the map, you just cannot show yourself split pushing. So he's a very instrumental part of this lineup as well, as far as applying pressure, creating space. Because Super Strong Dinosaurs is not going to be a team that you want to try and fight 5v5 when they've got the Song of the Siren. But Liquid round things off with the puck. No big surprises there, I guess. It is something which can sort of basically control the team fights for them, give them a bit of I guess early to mid game control as far as having a hero to roam around, set up some kills and fights around the map, and does match up decently as far as if you can jump the Naga Siren, kill her before the song comes out. Same for Lifestealer with his rage.
Yeah, you definitely have some very good gank ability. If you look at this Team Liquid lineup, it's one of the most kind of standard all-around lineup out there. And my question to you is, what do you feel is a strong point of this Team Liquid lineup? Is there even one? It just like it feels like they're not really particularly too good at anything, right? They have some team fight with Eclipse and Dreamcore and things of that nature. They have some decent gank, but at the end of the day, you look at SSC and say, hey, this lineup has insane ganks on the mid game, and you gotta scare it. You can't split push against this team because the initiation range is insane. You can't really particularly gank this lineup because they're so survivable. Things like Rage, Leap, you know, even Song to escape. What is Team Liquid actually good at? I can't say.
To me, it's like they've got a lineup which it looks like if they get ahead early and start to snowball, I don't think SSD will have a good chance at fighting them because it's 5 range series. They're all going to be hitting hard. If Luna gets up a fast BKB for the team and they start split pushing hard, I don't think the Super Strong Dinosaurs have a very good comeback mechanic against this particular Liquid lineup.
Okay, I guess they do definitely have better team fight than SSD, which you know it's kind of your ragtag gang squad of a team. And we'll introduce our players here on the dire side. Team Liquid, one of the coveted, American teams that are still remain to be seen, and we'll see them today right now. Way Too Sexy, your mastermind formerly from Team Dignitas, will be playing your support Bane. We're gonna have Fluff and Stuff playing that Visage. We have Koifa playing Nature's Prophet, Boba on the solo mid position puck. Last but not least, TC Going up top here as Luna.
Well, as for the Radiant team, it's the super strong dinosaurs, the new mixed team, European-American mix. We're going to have Snaking Dota 2 playing the Mirana. Looks like he's head to the offlane. Clockwork in the hands of... Which player is this? Is this Arise, I want to say? I think it looks like Arise going to be playing a solo mid Clockwork. We've got Mini, the stand-in, playing the Vengeful Spirit. Bamboo going to be playing the Farming Lifesteal. And then finally, Naga Siren being played by Come With Me, the current captain of this team.
So I definitely did not expect this particular
Yeah.
distribution in terms of players as well as heroes, and it looks like we're gonna have an instant disconnect.
I guess the 2 players on support makes sense. Come With Me, been playing support, a really good support player. He's got an incredible Enigma from the past, and I think it is Arise. I think I checked his profile earlier. Okay, there we go. So Arise playing mid, I guess would have maybe thought Snaking would be in the mid lane with. Well, I guess
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Arise is known for playing.
Arise is a mid player. Back in
Okay.
the days of Kaipi when they had Arise as well as Palai Bone 7, MV,
Oh, yeah.
and one more. I forgot who that
Who'd
last.
play heroes like Mag quite a bit, I think.
Yes,
from memory.
yes.
Yeah. I remember his Mag.
Yeah, he was playing in the G1 League qualifiers, which they did okay in. I think they were one of the team that had a real shot in taking down some of the Western
30
teams.
seconds.
The Kaipi of the past definitely isn't the Kaipi of now. And, well, Arise was part of that particular lineup, and he plays solo mid, so.
All right. Well, he's going to be 1v1 against a Clockwork. Against a Puck at middle lane. Puck, Bulba. He's not going to get any sort of pull here. No null talisman HP regen pull, which we see often from the solo mids. He's going to have to just entirely rely on having an early start with just his basic items.
Yeah, there's actually not too much pulling all over the place, except Koifa for getting a clarity, but that's just your minimal amount of pulling.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to fight over the rune, and another pause is going to come on. Okay.
Well, the room has not spawned yet? Correct? Or no,
No,
it's stopped.
yeah.
Illusion. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. There's Illusion under the Mirana. And this is actually a really good rune because you can use it to block pull camps. You can send it out for scouting information. This is a really nice level 1 rune for snaking.
At the same time, there is a Luna aura on the playing field, so if the Team Liquid wants to concentrate and kind of burst down those illusions, they can do so. We'll see how the Mirana illusion is going to get micro. But offensive tri-lane top, I do believe that Radiant has a better offensive capability in this lane. Let's see how many kills they can pick up here. And that's going to be really coming down to the defensive position as well, on Visage as well as Spain.
Well, can they get rid of these illusions? They can't. Not before the 30-second mark. So they block one pull here, and I imagine the support's maybe looking to come in and try and block it out either manually or with a ward for the next pull. Because this pull camp's crucial, because Liquid don't really want to fight early on. They just want to try and just play this lane as safe and passively as possible, which is going to try and involve a couple pulls here and there to try and deny the wave back.
Alright, we're going to see Vivo right from level 1 to harass Snake King's ability to kind of farm in the lane. He's got Sacred Arrow 1 and use that. Well, he's working with 11 damage right now. Not too much when it comes to last sitting as a range hero.
Yeah, and this just goes to show what Liquid want to do in this lane. They don't care about fighting. They don't grab the Nightmare. They're going to play back, and without that damage, you also can't really be aggressive. Sure, you hit maybe a chain stun with a ensnare or a Riptide into a VS stun and an arrow, but if you don't have any damage coming out from the Mirana, you probably don't get that kill. Meanwhile, middle lane, Bulba's just got himself a solo kill first spot on the Clockwork. If anyone ever doubted that this guy belonged in the middle lane, well, there you go.
Boba's almost kind of humiliating Arise right now because he was just right-clicking the hell out of Arise. Arise was not respecting the kind of right-click damage coming out of Puck, despite the fact that he didn't get pulled. There was no style shield. Base armor on Puck or base armor on Clockwork is only 2, and got him low enough. Second orb is going to seal the deal, and Boba now get himself a. I mean, when you get a 1v1 solo kill like that, you basically won the lane, no questions asked, because now your supports don't need to make that rotation. And thank goodness, because their support's going to have their hands full up top.
And Clockwork hasn't even got his bottle yet. He was trying to go for like an eco rush to get the bottle as fast as possible, and still hasn't got it. He's one creep away from it. This is looking really bad for him. As well, for Liquid, this is a good start. This is kind of what they wanted at top lane. They can see this central. They actually haven't dewatered this ball yet.
They haven't actually gone there and find it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's
They put the
envisioned.
double sentry like just to make sure, because sometimes you do need 2 sentries at the top lane, but they just didn't scout out this spot.
Maybe they're just too timid to actually go away and find that ward, because if you notice the enemy support's off, the initiation range of this lane is actually quite large. They have level 2 now on Naga, so Ensnare's going to fly through, and Arrow's going to go through the trees. Wave 2 is going to be huge trouble. Magic Missile is going to come through, and they are going to get the first kill very, very easily. Can he brace up? He can't. But Mini perhaps is going to go down as a result. No, he's going to survive as well. Snaking still got leap. He's going to get a second kill. Well done here from SSD. They want more, and it looks like Fluff and Stuff's also going to go down. One more leap for the kill. The arrow's going to miss. There's no south. He's tangling. Still no south. Fluff and Stuff going up north. He's going to go down. Yep, one more kill. Tri-lane. Horribly wrong going for Team Liquid.
Bane going to drop an Enfeeble TP back in, and it looks like he's going to get stunned up. Can they even kill a Vengeful Spirit here? One Lucent Beam is not going to be enough. They need at least one more right click here, and I don't think they're going to get it. How comes out south from Mini, and, well, Liquid need to be careful not to lose more heroes here, because SSD, this is, as soon as they hit level 2, you had Mirana positioning herself ready for an arrow, because they knew one ensnare and they get kills. There's nothing Liquid can really do to prevent that. Yeah,
the only thing that Liquid could have done is having Peter, or Way Too Sexy, basically nightmare himself as he felt the arrow was coming. I think that's one of the reasons why you pick Bane against this Tri-lane, but the arrow flew through the trees, and where's the Nightmare? The Nightmare is going to come through. Nicely done, but a little bit too late. Fluff and Stuff's going to go down as a result. Come With Me takes the Nightmare. They want to dive a little more. The Creep Equilibrium, or the creep aggro, going right on TC. TC, while tanking a whole wave of creep, has to back off, and that's 4 kills on SSD. We talked about mid lane doing well, but man, Team Liquid top lane is really, really falling apart.
Yeah, this is where Luna's kind of nice. You get the bonus damage, but it does not match up to just pure aggression, stun, and nukes, which is what we're seeing come out from the super strong Dinosaurs Tri-lane. This is just a scary-looking Tri-lane that can't be dealt with. Liquid just don't really have the answers. You need something like a defensive disruption, really, rather than, like, the Nightmare's nice and all, but it also, like, disables that hero and sets him up just to die afterwards.
I mean, the idea about Nightmare is you basically use that 1 second of invulnerability to dodge those nukes, the arrow in particular.
Yeah.
And then once you dodge it, you take the Nightmare back with Bane's, right click, and then disable it yourself. It sounds as, very, very difficult to coordinate, and it really is, and that's why you see the kills going in favor of SSD. But for Team Liquid, I expected them to actually get that coordination off, and I'm surprised that they're not doing it twice in a row now.
All right, well, it's everyone on the Radiant team is juiced up, ready to go. They've got their HP and mana back, and any hero poking their head out can just straight up die here. And this is where this gets really dangerous for Liquid. You almost have to see Bulba. Yeah, he's got a TP scroll. I think they realize his top lane is in a horrible position. So Bulba, he's TP top already.
Wow, this
They're
is
going to try and fight
They
this.
want to make it go. Nightmare's going to open up on Come With Me. He's got 9 armor as well as a poor man's shield. It's going to be hard to actually bring him down. They do bring Mini immediately, and the right click now goes on Come With Me with 5 heroes right clicking him.
Yeah.
9 armor and poor man's shield. Apparently not enough. So this is a very decent recovery, but at the same time, that means Arise is getting some farm on the mid lane uncontested, and more importantly, that's Lifestealer getting farm on the bot lane as well.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet picked up a TP scroll, but can't actually TP back bottom. It doesn't have the mana to do so, so it's staying on uncontested lane. Bambo's actually topping the CS charts with 31, and now Clockwork is actually second there, despite giving up first blood and losing this middle lane to Bulba. Bulba was forced top, had to buy a TP scroll, and had to leave this lane.
You can see how winning one lane and winning that hard has huge ramification down the, kind of affecting every other lane. And Team Liquid is feeling the aftershocks. And even though getting all those kills, I don't think Team Liquid has actually have won the top lane back. In fact, if all the lanes reset right now, let's say if, tri-lane versus tri-lane situation, I think Radiant still has a better tri-lane because they have better items. Poor Man Shiro Naga allows him to go up ahead. Snaking, by the way, is going to be working on his, what I believe to be a phase boot. And then Vengeful Spirit, already kind of on the move. He's gone back to jungle. Is he looking for a gank on the bot lane? I believe so. Solo smoke gank, looking for a kill here on Koitfa.
We'll see if he's going to go for a full wrap ride. It looks like he may just come through the river here, but Koikva's playing fairly cautiously. It looks like he may not even look to poke his head out.
Yeah, I think trying to run through the tower is a little bit aggressive, unless Bamboo meets him halfway. But
there's a Wrath of Nature, and
exactly, somebody's going to be tanking the tower.
TP on Bulba as well, so Bulba's actually top with a haste rune. He's going for a flank on these heroes under the tower.
Well, here we go. It's going to go around Snaking. Snaking's going to get silenced. Wrath is going to bring him down very easily. Here comes the teleportation. Come With Me. He's going to get brought down. And Mini, Magic Missile on TC. Is he going to get the kill? He is not, and if he runs more, he's going to break the coil, but the Rocket's going to get the kill. But that's okay. 3-for-1 trade with Boba getting all of that experience. Fluff and Stuff hitting level 5. That's a good trade.
And the Vengeful Spirit, who is smoking to gank Koikva, would TP'd into that one as well. So Koikva is still safe at this bottom lane. And
Nightmare on the milling here. Boba is going to open up with the silence, I think. And the right click's going to come on. Arise should be fine, though, especially with the teleportation of Sexy Bambo. Way Too says, oh my god, he's in huge trouble. Nope. Clockwork Hook's going to get dodged. He does have 3 sticks on the magic wand. Body block from Boba. Boba making huge plays and carrying his team. Boba's legit carrying his team right now. There's only one person that's doing well, and that's Boba.
Quickver's some fun as well. I'd say Quickver hasn't really done anything wrong.
Sure. But his hero can't really contribute right now to his team.
Yeah, it's not really in a position to do so. He's going to go towards that Midas, realizing he needs to farm up. This is not going to be a game that's going to be won in the early to mid game after the start that Liquid have had. So Liquid are just sort of in damage control right now, it seems. Top river, there is a contest over the rune as Nagasang going to grab an illusion. Fluff up to level 5 now, and this is, for the first time in the game, you can see Liquid just using pulls, and I think that's the other thing that went horribly wrong with the tri lane, is they just never got the pull camps going, because if they got the pull camps, they don't actually fight the tri lane, and they just sort of play it safe.
Yeah, I mean, even if they got the pull camp going, I'm not sure whether it's safe to leave your carry on the lane by himself and go for the pull.
Yeah.
Looks like Arise says he missed the kill, because, you know, it's on US East. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate for his case, but Team Liquid is going to survive. We say Team Liquid's on damage control, but if you check the scoreboard, they're ahead by 1 kill, and I think that's largely thanks to Puck on the mid lane, who, by the way, has been participating in all 6 of their kills so far.
Dang. That is some impressive play from Bulba. He's got himself up to just level 8 for the time being. I love that he's maxed his Waning Rift. I think it's helped out a lot this game, because going into a tri lane, you need to have that long duration silence, because as soon as they're casting spells, people are dying, and Liquid, well, they managed to do a decent job of avoiding that after that one horrible starting fight.
I think this is a lesson that you could take home with you. If you're playing Puck in the mid lane against a solo mid melee hero, you definitely could opt for the Waning Rift, which, by the way, does the exact same damage as the Illusion Orb at max level. The only big difference is that the Waning Rift does have a way longer cooldown, so you can't, you know, spam it that much. But the upside is, you know, it actually surprises the enemy when they expect to be able to cast, you know, an early game nuke, expecting the Waning Rift to be very low level, but it's max already by now.
All right, so it's almost dead even as far as where we sit at the 9-minute mark. Neither team with the big level advantage, through the big gold advantage or level advantage, and it does feel that Liquid have done a good job to recover and just actually start to show that they can control the tempo of the game as well. Problem is going to come when Clockwork, if he starts moving around the map a bit better with the hook shot. He did one rotation just there bottom, not getting Nature's Prophet. His hook shot at mid not landing, but if he can start finding some good kills off, if maybe the lifesteal infesting into him, then Liquid can get in trouble, because Luna's very prone to just getting straight up ganked out and really falling behind to a Clockwork hookshot initiation with a lifesteal infest.
Yeah, I think, well, basically a lot of these heroes, aside from Puck, everybody's prone to basically dying to any initiation from SSD. I think right now it looks okay for Team Liquid, but I would like to kind of toggle between the kill tab as well as last hit. If you look at the last hit, we have Mirana as well as Luna getting a similar amount of CS and being the same lane, 20 on Mirana, or 28 on Luna, and then 21 on Mirana. But if you look at the kill def and assist score, it's Mirana 2 and 1 and Luna 1 and 2. So I feel like with the SSD trialing doing a little bit better, Mirana's slightly ahead, but I feel like Luna farms better overall as a hero. So it's pretty much a wash. The good thing about Team Liquid's lineup is that once Luna hits about level 7 or 8, it's really, really hard to actually stop a push if you don't hit that Clockwork hook. So Arise gotta have to play really, really well in this early game to stop these push that could be coming.
Yeah, he's just back at base healing now. Definitely look towards him TPing to one of these lanes where he thinks he can set up a kill, because he has got that hook shot up and running right now. Koikva over in the Ancients has almost got himself a Midas, so I think Liquid are happy just to try and stall for a bit longer here. As oh, here we go. Infest Clockwork is going to be coming at top lane. Even a Moonlight Shadow.
Okay, so
no lane ward as well. This is where Liquid would love to have a lane ward to spot kind of shenanigans like this out.
Unfortunately, Moonlight Shadow does not last nearly as long as a Smoke of the Seed, and they now will be running into an Observer once this Moonlight Shadow ends. So they don't have too much time to work with. Yeah, now they do appear on right on top of a ward. The Clockwork hook misses. Not sure whether that was US East or what, but Arise.
Well, no all chat this time. Meanwhile, middle lane though, Mini is going to get ganked out. It looks like easy pick-up. Bulba actually missing his orb there, but the level 4 Waning Rift was enough. Meanwhile, Snaking has come back. He's looking for Bulba. Not going to find the kill here. Bulba, he's still got an orb out in a couple of seconds here. He's actually going to turn things around here, maybe thinking, hey, I can actually kill Snaking.
Meanwhile here, top lane here, Sexy Bambo's going to run, and it's going to fight. Actually, Open Moon Rage to run. That's not something you see too often. And the Birds trying to come in from Fluff and Sub, maybe cut off the retreat path. I think he maybe they'll be able to drop it. It's close. Nice try.
Yeah. If he gets it up, Luna's got an Eclipse, and with Rage on cooldown, the Eclipse can easily finish off that kill. So Liquid, they're finding kills, whereas SSD kind of struggling to use this strong ganking lamp of theirs, which is a bit of a worry. All their 4 of their 5 kills came in that big clash in the trial and burst trialing, but since then, like the last 5 minutes, they've been very, very dry.
I mean, they're trying to use the lineup and then get kills. We saw Moonlight Shadow, being used to set up a gank, but Arise just missed a hook. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to gank with a Clockwork and you miss a hook, that's the gank.
All right, well, Liquid. I think Liquid right now is going to sort of be able to take them on a head-on fight. You've got Fluff and stuff up to level 6, so having Familiars helps a ton if they're well microed. You've also got just these level 3 Solar Summons, which are going to do too much damage to these Squishy Mirana, the Vengeful Spirit, and Clockwork if he hooks in, even with 1100 HP, can be brought down very, very quickly.
Yeah, right now we see passive farm, and that's got to favor Team Liquid.
Yeah.
You have Luna now getting a ton of much-needed farm up top. Koifa jungling away. He's got the Itemization already running, working on this next item, which I believe it has to be Shadow Blade. We're not going to see any catch-up mech or anything like that. Koifa, to me, is your very Admiral Bulldog-esque in terms of a player. He is going to give you farm. He is going to give you that late-game insurance. It will surprise me greatly if it's a mech, and it's probably a team decision if it is.
Yeah, and Bambo, I think, realizing that he needs to get some more farm of his own just to sort of make sure they have something to compete with these heroes, is back at the bottom lane just trying to finish off his drums, but end of the day, this isn't a hero that can compete in late game. Meanwhile, there is a hookshot. Bulb actually does get caught out. Nicely done by Arise.
Great
helped out
chainsaw.
by snaking. And
Yeah.
All right.
Now, against the puck in a situation like that, you don't want to say, hey, let's maximize the chain stun. You just throw out all your nukes and try to burst him down as soon as possible. Because against the puck, if you ever cast any spells, he's probably surviving. But
Oh, and Quakefoot could be in trouble here in the jungle. Arise has used an invisibility rune. And can he go for this kill on his own? If he gets him...
No.
Not with Way2 there. Way2 also level 6. He may just go kill Way2.
Yeah,
Yep,
Way
he comes
gonna,
around.
Oh, no. Arise misses the cast a little bit. The arrow, though, the hit. Yes, looks like it did. Way too sexy. In huge trouble right now. The Starstorm is going to hit. That's one more kill. Meanwhile, up top, thought there was a little bit of action there. Seems
Looks like it was TP out from TC. Oh, Coil. Arise is going to try hiding his own cogs here. Bulba can't really chase him too easily without getting zapped. He's just going to get zapped anyways, and it looks like he may actually get the kill on Arise. So does do so. Familiars there for the assurance, and well, Liquid do get themselves a killer at middle lane, but it does cost them a puck kill as well as the Bane later on.
The puck kill doesn't matter too much because he only had 2 kill then, so he didn't give away a streak or anything. And TPing back to getting back a kill, it's like, oh, whatever. It's a 1-for-1 trade. And now they're going to do a tier 1 tower push. And this goes back to a point I made earlier. What is SSD going to do against this early mid-game push coming out from Team Liquid? Unless you hit a Clockwork Cook with a Life Slayer invested inside, it's very, very hard to defend this. And even if you do hit that Clockwork Cook, TC could basically suicide and drop that Eclipse and basically take a Clockwork down with them.
Yeah.
Because Clockwork doesn't have magical immunity.
And now we look towards Liquid, having taken a mid tier 1 tower. They can look towards Roshan later on. They've got an early medallion on Fluff and stuff. So definitely seeing they're capable of snaking as well as Mini are trying to go for this tier 1 top tower. But this is risky. They're staying here for so long. Prophet can consider TPing in. Bulba wants to go.
Mini was lagging. Yeah.
He's unfortunately going to die here. And if they've got detection, they may kill off snaking as well. Nature's Prophet's caught bottom. This is why the TP got cancelled. Look at these Ancients. Arise has found Quakefor, and Quakefor is as good as dead.
Yeah, how did he even get the vision hooked in like that? I guess a Rocket Flare. No, Rocket Flare's not even on cooldown, so...
He just respawned as well. He would have respawned, like, TP to the tier 1 bottom tower and just
hooked in, I guess?
Just some great anticipation as to where Quakefor's going to be on the map.
Yeah, but Mini's going to be the sacrificial lamb. They get 1 kill, and looks like they're going to go for a little bit more. Orb hits everybody. The birds now a little bit confused because they don't see the target. Meanwhile, you have Arise killing the Prophet, and in fact, he's going to get himself a haster in the bot river as well.
Alright, well, good news for Arise, as he's now up to level 10 as well, so... Blade Mail is going to be his item of choice, so with 1200 HP and early Blade Mail, he can turn around a lot of this damage, especially stuff like the Lunas Eclipse.
Yeah, I think Blade Mail is a great item choice. We see other players like Mag from Team Empire really liking that item. And against, Puck, and like you said, the Luna, who drops out so much burst damage, a Blade Mail is going to be, enough to kind of deter you and reflect the damage you can get kills to initiate. So I think with the Blade Mail, now the Luna push is stopped. You can't do the Luna push anymore. Hit hook and pop the Blade Mail, you're dead.
Quakefor, he TP'd right into Sexy Bamboo, so he has to immediately use a TP scroll just to get out of there, which is...
I thought if he used Shadow Amulet, okay, maybe he'll survive, but there is
I guess he's afraid of like a... He doesn't know where the Clockwork is on the map as well as the rest of the SSD team, so he doesn't want to just sit in Invis for a long time. And Bambo gets the tower, so this is almost his completed armlet, so all of a sudden, SSD in a decent position here.
Team Liquid losing that lead that they kind of found themselves In fact, I think Luna might be in a little bit of trouble. Let's see how aggressive Clockwork going to initiate for him. I think trading your life for a Luna is very, very well worth it, but Arise doesn't think so, it seems.
Oh, they may walk right through towards his secret shop, and it looks like there's a smoke up on a couple of these heroes, which does get dispelled. Bulba's still chasing. He's got a Blink Dagger, though, so this should be the death of Mini. He just jumps on Mini. He actually uses a coil for this, and it seems... I think they were hoping for a bit more there. Bulba even turned to try and chase Arise for a second after dropping the coil, but quickly realized he wasn't going to get that kill, and... Well, I think this is actually okay for the super strong dinosaurs. They're trading okay with heroes farming at the top lane. Bulba... He's TP top and dodges an arrow, and here's Koikver as well, so Snaking in trouble. There's a Blink Silence, and all of a sudden Snaking has to get saved by Come With Me, Song of the Siren. So
yeah, that's a 3-minute investment, but you know, that's fine. That's why you have the song in the early game. And it's actually Team Liquid thinking about the Roshan. That's exactly what they're thinking about. They have the plus damage from Luna. Looks like they're going to catch out Rise a little bit. Oh, Rise trying to bring himself, but he's going to get immediately gripped, and with the Rise dead, they're definitely going to go into the Roshan. They have the right-click damage. They have the tank ability from the Prophet Tree. Here we go. Team Liquid striking right back. Yeah,
this will help him a lot. Give the Luna some added security of having an Aegis, so if he ever does get ganked, because basically if he gets ganked, he dies. Even if Liquid can TP in and come, he's always going to just instantly fall to a Clockwork hookshot with an infested lifestealer until he has BKB, maybe. But having Aegis is going to help him so much out. It buys time for the rest of the Liquid team to get there, back him up, and at this point, SSD can't even try and gank him.
I mean, Jimmy, do you think Team Liquid's going to passively farm, or do you think they say, we have the Aegis, let's actively push?
They may go for some of these T1 towers, but I don't think it's going to be like the game plan suddenly shifts to pushing as #1 priority.
Okay.
I think it's going to be like push towers where possible if they're not giving up much in return, but I don't think it's like they have to push as much as possible right now.
Yeah, I think if you're down by maybe 3,000-4,000 gold, then you make that play, because it seems like it's going to be difficult to farm against this team and make that comeback. Mid lane Wei2's got the self-nightmare. He's probably going to deny himself. No lifesteal comes out and get the last hit with Rage on top. The teleportation comes from TC, and TC probably have to use that Aegis immediately. No, he's okay for now. He's tanking the right click from the Luna. Still alive for a little bit longer. He's thinking about going back in a team fight. Wait, fluffing stuff.
He really wants to use it. He's going to... Oh, he doesn't die to the cogs. TC on 4 HP.
And the Blade Mail, Fluff and Stuff, finally going to go down here. TC can't do anything. Clockwork Hook's going to miss here against Boba, and Boba also going to go down. Basically a team wipe. TC, I think it might be better if TC just died and dropped his Eclipse.
They really tried to like force that fight there. I think even if he dies and uses the Eclipse, so he still can't really do enough damage in a fight like that. It was just not the initiation Liquid were really looking for in the middle lane. Bulba threw everything he had just on one hero, and they didn't really have the silence as well as the coil for the greater fight.
Yeah, and you saw Clockwork actually did a ton in that team fight.
Yeah.
Not particularly in terms of damage output, but just by popping the Blade Mail, Fluff and Stuff as well as TC just stood there and be like, oh shit, what do we do? We can't actually attack, and obviously we can't run from, looks like Come With Me, perhaps in a little bit of trouble. Here comes Boba. They're going to nuke one down. Bamboo in the right. He's doing so much damage with the armlet. Wei2 knows he's going to be dead. He's not going to be focusing on Bamboo. Bamboo's got the armlet toggle. Soul Assumption's going to come in. Koifa going to break out in Viz, and well, there's no armlet toggle for that one.
Well, that's a decent return coming out of Liquid here, but it's still costing them so much to try and take these fights, and Puck even had to buy back for that one. That was Bulba's buyback. At this point, he's got his blink. He's even level 13. He's got a ton of experience, but it's worth the buyback. But it's going to slow down any sort of item progression, which right now isn't entirely necessary. But it goes to show how bad that fight went for Liquid if they had to use a buyback.
Snaking's going to get silenced. No, he leaps the other way. The coil's going to be there, and Fluff and Stuff on point, and it's going to stun. The Waning Rift, no, the Orb's going to steal the deal. So Snaking kind of overstaying his welcome there.
Yeah. Big misplay from him, and we'll see Liquid. This is where they can actually go for a small bit of a push here. Meanwhile, top laner Rise actually did get rid of the Aegis.
I see play. Rise making.
Can he get out of here?
Yeah.
Koikver's chasing, has a sprout, but I don't think he wants to chase, especially with a T1 tower up where TPs can come, and that's exactly what's happening. Lifestealer's coming top.
Doing it on the USE server too.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, USE server did not save Snaking in the bottom lane.
Well, Boba also playing from America, so
yeah. Well, this T1 bottom tower is going to go down. Yeah, do Liquid look to go push, and it seems they'll commit a few heroes to this bottom T1 tower, knowing that SSD have it some top and are going to struggle to defend this. But actually, tower, it's not quite in deny range.
Boba, he's somewhat trapped himself there. Song,
Familiars.
They're going to go for the deny. The
you
birds.
Just lose your familiars during the sleep. Oh, the arrow didn't land. He didn't turn the song off at the right time. That would have actually stunned up Bulba on the puck. And instead, it's going to be Visage who takes a fall. Bulba wants the TP out, gets cancelled. Arise with a hook shot as well as in the stand. Liquid just overcommitting to this bottom lane. The tower does get destroyed by the Visage, but I don't think that's worth it at all.
No, they lost 2 birds. They lost Boba as well as Visage. Boba at this point, obviously I don't think it matters whether he needs to farm too much, considering the fact that he
middle
open
lane.
moons. And Koifa's gonna TP away. In fact, is he gonna? He's very lucky that there was no creep right nearby, because Bamboo could have invested for an extra bit of damage. But the creep wave decides to go somewhere else.
I love how Bamboo's picked up this dust, just knowing that it could help him get those solo kills on the Nature's Prophet, and will be very likely needed. Or if he's ganking with Clockwork, one of the two needs to have it. So I like this little pick up here, and we'll see what SSD look to do from here. 15 to 16 is the kill score, and this game is dead even at 21 minutes.
Again, we predicted it during the drafting stage at SSC during the mid game. It is so scary to farm against this lineup. What do you do? Like they rocket check you. They have arrow. They have moonlight shadow. They have swap. If they see you, you're dead. That's kind of the deal here. And Koifa now is going to be going back to the jungle, but he's got to be very, very careful.
Oh yeah, there's multiple heroes in his jungle. Arise has been spotted out by these treants, so he knows he needs to be playing very cautiously. He's probably going to actually look to join his team either in the middle or bottom lane, just knowing farming in his own jungle is very, very risky for the time being.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that TC somehow got his way up to a BKB, or almost a BKB, just 1,000 go away. And once he finds a BKB, he's going to feel a lot safer to kind of farm. But even so, if you Clockwork Cook into a Lifestealer, who, by the way, I assume is going to be working on a Basher, yes he is, then that BKB might be not enough.
And this is also what he's needed against these Nature's Prophet TPs. Every time Bamboo's gone this Nature's Prophet, it's just been a straight up TP out, and 2-3 times quicker to survive using this. But once you have the Basher up, suddenly Koifa has to be even more careful with his split pushing.
Okay. Seems like Fluff and Stuff is taking a page out of Fierce playbook, going for this particular sort of item build, skipping the Arcane Boot, who used to be, a very, very standard build, but it seems like the Aghanim Rush.
I think it's really strong. Having the third bird up really early on, the stuns as well as the actual damage output from them is really powerful.
Yeah, particularly it's actually very, very important against Come With Me. Nagasaki usually like to use that song to initiate, but your birds are not slept by the song, so you can actually kind of cancel or delay that initiation, which having an extra bird and having extra stun is a very, very big deal. Looks like we see a tier 2 tower train. Team Liquid has to back off.
Yep.
The tier 3 is going to sustain a ton of damage. They got to make it defensive, make it quick.
Yeah, no glyph for the time being. They do have one soon, and a nice high ground ward planned by Mini Bulb. We're just going to straight up silence go in, just try and stall this push. And it looks like the push may be over for now, as SSD going to look to back off, regroup, and really nice ward gets planned. I don't think that was even noticed by Liquid with this high ground ward in the base.
Yeah, I think right now SSC needs to back up immediately because they're losing a ton of farm in both and mid and bottom. So there's no reason to make that push. And unfortunately, Sexy Bam, no, he's got a TP. Like, yeah, everybody should just back out. There's no reason not to. And is that Mirana getting a Ghost Scepter? Is he thinking about a shotgun?
Wow, that's one. Luna will have the BKB, but against most other targets,
Team Liquid has nothing but magical damage. Is this even a good item? I think he's maybe getting in anticipation of Nature's Prophet's Orchid, which can solo kill him. But I don't know. Maybe
just so you don't get killed out by like a Nature's Prophet. It's like you could go a Lincoln's. I guess the Sprout can break the Lincolns, and then you get.
I think getting Manta is probably the best response, but obviously Manta costs 5k and the Ghost Scepter costs 1.6.
E-Blade Mirana. I don't know.
It's too defensive for my taste, but we'll
it's
see.
this weird mix of like defensive and offensive, and it doesn't always help your team. Like if you're using it and then Bambo wants to actually attack the target, so you need to be very careful with the timing of when you're using it. Well, a pause comes out now, and we can sort of take stock of where we are. Liquid do have a decent experience lead here, almost up to 5,000, but the gold it's negligible, the difference. At 22, 23 minutes in, a 1,000, less than 1,500 gold lead is absolutely nothing for Team Liquid.
Again, I think Team Liquid, if it goes late enough, perhaps their advantage. With that said, SSC does have fairly decent late game heroes. Lifestealer, obviously, with Abyssal Blade, should blank Luna fairly well. Vengeful Spirit, obviously, what we saw him earlier today in the WPC Ace game, that if you get a late enough Vengeful Spirit, she could do a lot in terms of swapping, providing damage with her aura, etc., etc. And obviously, Clockwork, as well as Naga and Mirana, if she's not going Ghost Scepter, does have some decent late game damage.
Well, I think Liquid, with the BKB up on Luna, is just going to be thinking that they can actually take these 5-on-5 head-on fights a lot better. At the same time, there's a lot that goes through it. You've got a Vengeful Spirit swap, a Clockwork hookshot, a lot of things which can just push Liquid into an out-of-position fight. Then you have the Song of the Siren combined with an ensnare and just focus him down with the physical damage of Lifestealer. So I think it's still very, very dicey for Liquid. Even with this slight edge of theirs, I don't think by any means can they get complacent.
Yeah, normally I say if Team Liquid has a 4-staff on either Bane or Visage, you say, hey guys, we have 4-staff. Even if they hook initiate, we should be okay, but they don't. In fact, I think maybe Boba might actually should get a Force, but no, he's going to go for the bigger item. He's going to go for a Hex, a very standard transition after the Treads and Blink. They're going to go into the enemy jungle, perhaps join up with quite fun to look up a gank.
Well, Snaking's in trouble.
Snaking's got his Ghost Scepter at the very least. Is that anything?
I don't think that's going to help against Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, Fiend's
as well as a
across
Blink
the trees,
Silence.
Blink Silence, and there's that Ghost.
All right.
Ghosting. He's leaping.
Go sleep.
Damn.
Does he live?
What a player.
Moonlight Shadow. Ghost Scepter.
OP.
I don't know. We doubted him, Lumi. How can you doubt Snaking?
I think that's way too sexy, not being in position to drop that Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, he should have just almost straight up initiated with... Well, the Blink Silence, then you just Fiend's Grip afterwards, but...
Maybe they didn't see the Ghost Scepter and thought they didn't need a Fiend's Grip.
Look, you don't 4-man gank the king. You don't kill him unless you 5-man gank him.
You know, format Snaking generally ganks himself when he's power diving. So, I don't know.
They're just not showing respect, not 5-man ganking him. Like,
that's true.
Come on.
Where was Luna? Where's TC?
Well, TC's looking towards his next item after a BKB, and well, what do you kind of want against this? A Butterfly, I guess, not bad. Maybe the Helm of the Dominator, always nice, getting the plus armor as well as having life still.
For TC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's some combination of Butterfly, Satanic. Maybe you get a Talisman Evasion first. Maybe you get a Helm of Dominator first. We'll see. Fluffing stuff on the mid lane. Open wound. Bamboo's just throwing out those open wounds like it's out of fashion. He's just like, yeah, here's one for you. Here's one for you. No big deal.
Well, what's becoming a bit of a big deal is this split push from Liquid. You have Bulba just sort of pushing out lanes at the bottom. Nature's Prophet too afraid to actually go into lanes to split push though, which really goes to show where we're at in this lane in this game. Bulba, I guess there's no real way they can initiate on him to prevent his like blink and orb out. Well, they're chasing him. They're actually looking to kill him off here. No arrow coming. Bulba.
Yeah, phase. Bulba's a player.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's I mean, you dodge that ensnare 9 times out of 10. If that lands, you've done something wrong.
Mid lane looks like they're gonna try to set up a gank on Sexy Bamboo. Race his car his way out of there. The one concern for SSD, you know, as good as his mid-game gank is, once you go to late game, when people are starting to 5-man, it's hard to actually take a team fight, to initiate a team fight. And that's saying when you, especially when you have Clockwork and Vengeful Spirit, sure you could jump in, but the rest of the team can't really jump in as effectively as you have. Maybe they can with Leap, Song. I don't know. I don't feel very confident going this late game with SSD's lineup.
Well, SSD, it seems like they want to try and make a move right now. They've got the infested life steal once again in the Clockwork.
Way 2 is on some next level position right now.
He's TP out soon. Hide behind the creep and TP.
No, he sees. Oh, what's going on?
Oh, that works.
Clockwork hook.
Hook.
Clockwork hook.
Got it. He needed to hide behind that creep. Alright, well, that's just a kill on a Bane. At this point in the game, you have 5 position support. Not so much as
that's
forcing
a 5-man kill.
Yeah.
Bane. It's like whatever. 5
heroes coming towards that, and they pop the Moonlight Shadow and they're all TPing top. Song of the Siren as well, TPing, and Naga Siren on the front lines. Uh-oh. Heroes are getting caught out. Just 2, 3 even. Fluff and stuff further back. Central Ward gets dropped. It looks like they're not going to get quick.
Burst Stun. Where's the Burst Stun? There's a Luna BKB Eclipse. Doesn't hit too much of anything, but Fluff and stuff now chasing on Come With Me on the back line here. We do have Snaking coming in. Where the hell's... Lifestealer didn't have a TP. Lifestealer's just jogging his way up to the mid lane right now. Fluff and stuff. He's going to get bursted down, but look at Snaking getting bursted down. So is Mini. Mini's in trouble as well. They're going to try to burst down Mini. They do get Mini as well. Come With Me's going to get bursted. And guess what? Well, Bamboo's here now.
That was one of those, what looks like a perfect setup coming out from SSD.
Except Sexy Bamboo didn't have no TP.
He came out of the infest just before that. If he just said, look, let's just be patient. I don't need to come out of this infest. Let's stay in Clockwork. That could go completely differently.
And guess what? Team Liquid was taking ages.
Wow.
That team fight, holy crap.
That's the most important fight we've had so far in this game, and Liquid pulling ahead.
I don't think for the viewers who are probably flaming on Sexy Bamboo, I don't think it's fair to flame Sexy Bamboo. It's more to say, is it Sexy Bamboo's fault to not carry TP? Yes. Or is it SCD's fault initiating without noticing that their Lifestealer did not have Teleport Scroll? I think both parties at fault here, and what's at the end of the day is Team Liquid has won a team fight. They have gotten an Aegis, and they're happy.
Yep. Well, SSD now going to be sort of somewhat playing from behind, but they've still got the lineup that can do that all right. They've got a life stealer as well as Mirana. Well, I say Mirana going towards late game, snaking, still holding that Ghost Scepter for better or for worse. And well, it's Rise. I feel his clockwork's been pretty spot on so far, and he's going to have to hit some big hook shots moving forward for SSD to turn this one around.
I agree. You see, a life stealer's he needs his Abyssal, and he needs his team to actually get him into that team fight. And now Team Liquid, we say they can't really split push, but they've been doing that. Bane's split pushing on the bot lane. He got caught. That's okay because that was a 5-man, gank. And now, wow, look at this. BKB straight up and work. I mean, this is what I meant earlier when I say he's very much Admiral Bulldog-esque. He is going to give you the late game carry. And here comes the right clicks from a BKB Prophet.
I guess this is how he can split push somewhat safely. There's still the ensnare which can go through the BKB, but this is going to block a lot of this damage coming out. Fluff's recovered his gem, which he almost lost at the top fight. If that fight had gone wrong, they lose a gem which they just bought. Hookshot actually going to hit a familiar. Oh, sorry,
this is what Fluff and stuff has been. He's blocked like 3 hookshot, I want to say, with his familiar. He blocked one early at the Roshan camp. That's the first Roshan, not the second one. So it's like, awkward interactions. Oh, Mini.
Yeah, Mini's caught in no man's land. He's got a TP, but he's not going to be able to use it. The familiars are there for the stun should they need it, and they get another kill. Liquid right now, to me, just are getting some really big levels. You've got Quakefa level 17, you've got Puck level 17, and you've got Luna about to hit the level 16 with a level 3 Sandy's Eclipse.
Teleportation going up top here. It's going to be a Rise.
At mid. Ooh, Bambo. He was actually man-fighting Bambo, and now Quakefa's actually TP'd himself in. The Cog's really nicely placed. Infest out coming from Lifestealer.
And 4 staff. Good back out.
Yeah, those cogs are crucial for the survival there of the Lifestealer.
Do they even want to think of going back in?
I don't think so. There's a Fiend script, unless I guess you have to go on way too sexy maybe, but then you've got Bulbo maybe going in with a Blink Silence. There's just too much to worry about.
Yeah, right. I mean, he does have Lifestealer backing him up. Rocket Flare, seeing Fluff and stuff. Maybe he could go home. Oh, Fluff and stuff definitely breaking some angles today. Arrow, that's also going to miss. Okay, Fluff and stuff just
blocking arrows.
Fluff and stuff just like running through a minefield, and everybody's missing their nukes. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm just warding, dewarding. Don't mind me, guys.
Yep. Well, what now for SSD? It seems like there's just nothing that they can do that's gonna phase Liquid or even help them out as far as getting back into this game.
I mean, unless Liquid makes a bad mistake, where for example a carry gets caught, and they don't have backup. I don't see Team Liquid losing this game. SSD's, in fact, the team that's getting caught, really by Koifa, who's initiating a lot of these engagements. So it's hard for them to find a solo pickoffs because whenever they're looking for solo pickoff, they're on their own. They can't be picked off by Koifa at this point.
Right, well, Liquid in a really good position. Bulbous Puck has been in 18 of these 20 kills. He's 7-3 and 11, which has been really impressive this game because this is he saved them from that bad early game start.
Yes.
And even once Liquid sort of balanced things out, got the game back to even, he's still been the one setting up all the kills so far that Liquid have got.
I think the mobility of Koifa has really allowed Koifa to kind of outshine Boba at this stage of the game, but let's not forget that we would never actually get to Koifa having big items if it wasn't Boba backing him up. But Team Liquid now looking pretty good as you see Boba looking for a Scythe of Ice. And between Scythe of Ice on Puck as well as an Orchid on Koifa, which I imagine he's also going to be going for another Scythe of Ice next. Liquid's got some sick initiation, and I think SSD's a little bit short for that.
Yeah, and they've got a way of dealing with the Lifestealer, the main DPS coming out of SSD in the form of the Bane, so if he positions himself at the back of these team fights, we haven't even really seen Bane offer that much. I don't feel Way2's played poorly, it's more just been about the rest of his team. He's 1-5-5, but it's his importance in the late game is still not to be understated.
I'm going to call Peter out. I think he's a lot better player than he has shown this game.
Okay.
So maybe a little bit suboptimal. Arise, US East server has also been suboptimal. 4 staff. That was a play, but
almost.
Moonlight
Shadow actually being popped. It looks like Snaking gonna be chasing after Bulba here. Bulba has used his Blink Dagger. Can they actually catch him out here? Song of the Siren.
Right, don't miss this one. Don't miss this one. Yeah. Arrow's gonna fly through. And bam! In the face.
Alright, have they got the damage to get this kill though? There's a Starfall. Bulba is going to be brought down. Nicely played. The last fight, that combo did not work out for them. And, well,
Coming going to TP out as well. Yeah,
barely.
They survived that one. But here comes Arise. Arise gets gripped and TC says, alright, I'll get this kill instead.
Need to be careful. Only 1 minute on this Aegis. He can just go suicide TC. which is probably what he wants to do here. Oh, snaking.
TC's like, take my life, please.
He knows the Aegis timing. He's thinking, well, 45 seconds. I want to use this so rather than have to have a fountain trip if he doesn't die in that 45 seconds.
What do you do in Murano? You just like not take him, right? You just run. Make him take that fountain trip.
Yeah,
What an
I guess he could
interesting
just
turn of
retreat.
event, right?
Yeah.
All right, there's that shotgun.
All right, well.
Riddle me this.
Yeah.
Riddle me this. Murano shotgun is like war. It's good for absolutely nothing. What does it do? Let you Starstorm harder?
No, don't worry. I'm as confuzzled as you are.
Well then.
Like you can't really just shotgun a Visage. You've got Gravekeeper's Cloak to block a ton of that damage.
There's BKB on Luna and
You don't want to be shotgunning
Prophet.
heroes that Lifesteal is attacking. That's
Yeah.
just going to end disastrously. It will be okay against Luna when in non-BKB form, because you can prevent Luna from attacking, but
she says thank you for the ghost, let me pop my
Yeah.
Eclipse.
ultimately, like, that's a lot of money invested in this item. You could have got something like a Hex if you wanted to on Mirana, if you wanted to disable the Luna. It's just a very weird item choice that's not going to offer as much as I think Snaking thinks it will.
Well, Snaking is the king, so let's, you know. We're just merely jesters. Let's let him do the talking.
Well, Bambo with the double damage room has got his Abyssal Blade, and it looks like he wants to go mid, but Bulba's got his Hex up. Swap out to save Bamboha, and this actually will save his life. He may just turn things around here. Who's he going to go on? TC?
There's a grip.
Oh, the Butterfly Evasion. So much of that damage was just completely blocked out, and Koikva's now TP'd in. There's a Song of the Siren just to disengage, but Bulba...
Oh, where's the burst time? Where's the burst time? Fluffman stuff. Miss microing very rarely. He was right on top of the Vengeful Spirit, had the stun, did not drop it, miss microing. That's a rare mistake from Boba. Regardless, they win a huge team fight because Lifestealer just finished just Abyssal. He got grip immediately. I
The
think he got like
Hex was what came first from
Yeah,
Bulba, and
yeah.
that, from there, Lifesteal was already down to half HP. He turned around to try and fight and Lifesteal up, but he's hitting Luna, who just got a Butterfly. So a good half or so of those attacks were just missing because he was not gaining
I think
HP.
he actually just got like one attack off and then Way 2 just gripped
Okay.
him. So Way 2, you know,
Yeah.
been playing well now and when it counts. So
Well, Liquid grabbed themselves the tier 2 tower, and they're only 22 to 18 kills up, but they've got a very strong strategic point here. They're going to be looking to just prevent SSD from finding any kills, getting themselves back into this game. And, well, what did the Ethereal Blade do that fight, Lumi?
oh, he never had a chance to cast it. So nothing. Although I don't, to be fair, I don't think Manta would have
He
done
could
anything
have
either.
Etherealed the Lifestealer,
yeah.
and he probably would have still died, though.
Yes. Probably would have still died.
It would have been a big play, though.
Well, in other news, Visage is gonna get his axe up here now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty good news for Liquid, I've got to say. Liquid, they've got all the items they really need moving late game, almost. The Nature's Prophet not going to go for a Hex, actually going to pick up a Demon Edge, so either Daedalus or MKB. He's just going to be able to just straight up destroy this Lifestealer in a right-click war. Lifestealer, he's gone for, like, pure damage. He hasn't got anything like an Assault Crest for bonus armor. He hasn't got any sort of defensive items here, so this Nature's Prophet may just melt him.
Yeah, this nature. Well, if he doesn't get Abyssal Bash, so that's, you know, if Koifa gets initiated, then the story gets a little bit different. Way 2 playing very, very aggressively as a support, looking for the kill. This is actually something I've noticed from Team Liquid supports all the time. It may seem like, hey, what the hell was he doing, you know, on the enemy offlane by himself? And it's something that we've seen out of them in TI3. And it's not something I personally made out of too much sense. Fluff and stuff. Birds. One.
Oh, there we go. Keeping in. Gonna get the double stun off. The gem is on the ground, and there's your Moonlight Shadow. TC pops the sound. He's Eclipse with the BKB. No,
course.
he cancels the Eclipse because they don't have detection. The gem getting stolen by the Radiant team, and that was basically all their detection. Abyssal onto Koikva. This is going really well for SSD. Unfortunately, Bulba's now showing up. He's going to try to turn things around here with the Dream Call as well as the Silence, but Liquid forced back, losing Luna as well as Visage. Nature's
Koifa
Prophet.
survived, though.
Yeah, that would have been such a nice kill for them to get.
Did you see who Vengeful Spirit swapped? Did he swap the... Did we swap the Luna in? I guess?
I'm not sure.
I think that was the case.
Well, it went really... that's the kind of fight SSD needed.
Yeah, they
We-
got the Luna, but they had... Where was the push?
If they kill the Nature's Prophet as well there,
Yeah.
that's a huge win for them. Unfortunately, not gonna come. Koikva did a buyback, so there's always a risk of that coming. And the fight being turned around. Oh, Bulba. He's found Come With Me as well as Bambo in this middle lane. Bambo going to get hexed up as well, and Song of the Siren going to save the day. Come With Me is where he needs to be, and he retreats afterwards, so Come With Me.
They really needed that kill to get the gem back. Gem is definitely an issue here.
Oh, yeah. He could have hexed the Naga Siren, and I probably just killed... I think they could have enough damage to kill Naga Siren. Oh, sorry, the
Hard to say.
Stealer.
It's hard to say. So.
But, alright, Gem's still on the Radiant team, and Come With Me's played really well this game. He went for a Diffusal Blade, which I think I would have almost preferred, like your Heaven's Halberd type build or whatever it may be. I don't know how much the Diffusal Blade's going to add this game.
Actually, Diffusal Blade is literally the highest damaging item for Naga Siren.
But you're not doing damage in general.
I mean,
you're not attacking.
I think he looked at Snake King and says, "What the fuck?" and he just got Diffusal Blade because I mean, come on, Blink Initiation on Bamboo, and he's getting completely caught up by himself. Vengeful Spirit not there to bail him out, and looks like Clockwork hooks himself back in. Fluffenstop's gonna he should right click, but unfortunately there's a Blade Mail. He look, 2 supports just caught out, way too self-disrupt so he should be fine as well. And now Naga getting caught out. He's got Mirror Image, does not pop out of those shield, and he's also gonna go down.
Well, Come With Me ran in to try and grab the gem. Unfortunately, Bulba was one step ahead of it, grabbed it himself, and
I don't know why Sexy Bambo was on this hill by himself when there was no Vengeful swapping back him up. That was just a key mistake by him.
well, Aegis and Cheese now.
Swap here by Meanie. He gets himself the cheese, but uses the cheese and dies.
I'm surprised he do not
Used
use that
it.
cheese.
Yeah, I'm not.
You make the play to steal the cheese. You
keep the
accept the
cheese.
fact you're dead. Give it to your life stealer. Give it to your whoever. Well, not the Mirana, not Snake King. But
Slay King's going for BKB and shot. What is going on here? I don't.
well, normally it's Bamboo going for the Aegis steals and whatnot, but well, 5 heroes dead now. Mirana gets caught out of the top lane, dies to a solo Nature's Prophet. Oh, sorry, not solo. Volvo was there as well with a Hex, and immediate buyback coming from Snake King.
That was a poor buyback. If you look at the respawn timer of SSD, there were 4 people alive, and there's no way they were gonna push because Puck was top, using his TP already.
Yeah.
Or sorry, he did not use his TP. So maybe that was like okay buyback, but he didn't need to do it then. I don't know.
It's not been a good game for Snake King, unfortunately. From the item choices to just getting caught out a bit too much, and well, we're seeing the ramifications as Liquid get themselves a 12,000 plus gold lead all of a sudden in what's been a very even game for a long time.
Yeah, I mean they had a decent mid game advantage when Arise was playing so well, but Arise has hit a dry spell. Has he even hit anything recently that was relevant? I know he hit a hook into that team fight, but basically he just died there.
Alright, well. He's sort of acting, I guess, just as a transportation vessel for the lifesteal at this point, almost, it seems. As well as doing some decent blade mail damage if he just gets into the fight and pops that. But there's BKBs on the 2 big damage deals, the Nature's Prophet as well as the Luna, so they don't even have to worry about this blade mail.
Okay. SSD now, I don't know what they're trying to do. This feels like the old Mouseport, you know the one I'm talking about? Mouseport plus, or it was Bamboo plus Sing Sing.
Yeah.
That lineup where they would always play really well, really aggressive, and then 40 minutes or 40, 50 minutes, they just hit a wall. And they just can't do anything. It feels like this is one of those games.
They need that player or captain just to help get them over the finishing line. Well, at the same point, I feel at the same time, I never felt like they were really ahead in this game as far as needing some way of sealing the deal. But Liquid's played well, especially Bulba, just helping them, give them the space to get back in. And TC now with, you mentioned the Butterfly Satanic, it's exactly what TC is going for. He's got his Helm of the Dominator up and 3k gold on top of that. With an Aegis, I think Liquid can start looking to, this is where they can sort of five-man push if they want to. At the same time, they can play a farming battle and take it late game. With Koikva with a completed Mjolnir, like, this is just some insane damage. He's 6-slotted.
I mean, Team Liquid is up by 25,000 gold. So
Really? No. Oh, not 25,000.
24.
That's experience.
Ah.
Yeah, I was looking
50.
at this, I'm like, whoa, hold on a second, Lumi.
But they're up by a lot.
Oh,
I think once you get past the 10,000 mark, it's just like, it doesn't really matter how much you're up by a ton.
Arago scouting out, and uh-oh.
Hey.
Snake King caught out again. He's going to pop his shotgun. Double coil here, and Snake King. He's got Leap in a second once this silence wears off. Nope, not going to even get to use it. And, well, Vengeful Spirit, TP in. I think he should just go for these TPs.
He's got a BKB. Why not?
Yeah,
right?
BKB. He would just 2 or 3 shot that
Wow.
Vengeful Spirit.
He does. Lifesteal did have a Abysso, so things could get a little bit rough. About Rice, by the way, is
Oh, the Sprout giving vision. Really nicely played by
look at
Koifa there.
Koifa. Holy crap, Koifa is just.
This guy's a beast.
Well then,
He plays Nature's Prophet like a proper carry.
there you go. Nature's Prophet is a carry.
Well, they're going to go high ground now. Looks like they are ready to try and siege this. So Age is still there on TC, so... Well, swapping on Quake, but they're going to have to kill him. Well, he's got buyback, though. He's going to do a straight-up buyback, probably TP back in. TC on the front lines. He's just focusing down the tower. Sexy Bambo going to take a fall, and here's your Nature's Prophet. Lifesteal buys back as well, but I think they can kill Quake once, but I don't see them killing him twice.
Yeah, they get basically one more go, but they need that Abyssal to come off cooldowns. 40-second of a cooldown left. They don't have it, and Luna's just going to work. There's a mid-Rax. They could just go for bot lane. In fact, TC should... Yeah, he's going to do that.
Yeah, Quick, they're going to Shadow Blade himself down there, and, well, it's just Lifesteal as well as Naga Siren, a live Naga Siren with no Song of the Siren as well, and, well, Tower going to go down, probably Raxed as well. Come with me, going to try and stall this. He has sort of transitioned into a DPS with the Diffusal Blade and the Yasha, but it's just not enough. The Luna bouncing attacks just destroys those illusions. Now Snaking going to take a fall as well. Moran actually swapped into the Fountain. Nicely played by Mini. Saves Snaking's life, but it's not really to much avail, as the rest of the SSD base is just getting destroyed here, and, well, it looks like the end here for game number 1 for SSD.
The song here, but the birds are just going to make some plays.
Sexy Bambo, ooh, the familiar stun, this time hitting instantly, and Sexy Bambo, Armlet toggling to try and save his own life, and is going to do so. Oh, Nature's Prophet ultimate cleaves through, finishes off Come With Me. Vengeful Spirit goes down as well, and, well, into the Fountain Liquid go. They're not done. They want some last-minute style points, and GG is to be called from Snaking.
Yeah. The writing was on the wall and wasn't... Oh, shotgun, guys. Hey, shotgun.
How much damage?
Double Starstorm. Oh, wait, Gravekeeper Cloak.
That was a really close game and for the first, 20-25 minutes, but Liquid, once they got the momentum going their way, just...
It was a
never
close
looked back.
game until I saw Ghost Scepter on Marana.
Yeah. And one of those things where if you ask me, right after the SSD get those 4 kills at top lane, what's going to happen? I would say it looks to me like they're just going to snowball out of control, and Liquid could have just gotten completely destroyed here. But Liquid did a great job of preventing that from happening, because it was like on a razor's edge as far as whether or not SSD Trilan would just get kill after kill, snowball out of control. But that does it. SSD, they lose game 1 here against Team Liquid, and, well, the new Liquid lineup seems to be working out pretty well. It's just been announced today that Quake has joined the team, and...
What a surprise.
Decent success. What a surprise, yeah.
What a surprise.
Who knew? Who knew?
Can we get some more overlay stuff?
Well...
That's Kawa taking a break. Don't know. Yeah, with that, we're going to go into game 2. Stay tuned momentarily, guys. More Shadow Play incoming. Or more Ghost Scepter incoming.